Vythilingam, or Dr. Vythi as we call him for short. He's been well known and recognized in the Malaysian scene of plant-based movement and advocacy. And he was a past president of the Malaysian Vegetarian Society, and he's been involved in many regional societies across Asia Pacific, and even on the world stage, and has been invited to speak not only in Malaysia and around the various states and in Malaysia, even Eastern Malaysia, but also all across Asia and Asia Pacific and other countries where he's been invited as well. All right, and so he'll be kind of like uncovering what plant-based diets or plant-based lifestyle is all about, and what you can do, and what that means to a typical Malaysian, and why should it matter, and maybe a little bit more focus on the health aspect, because he is also a qualified medical practitioner, still running his own practice in the KL area. So without further delay, I would like to hand the floor over to Dr. Vythi. Over to you, sir.
Yes, very good morning and salam sejahtera to all and fellow speakers. Selamat Tahun Baru. So thank you very much for your kind introduction, the host, Noor Hamiza, and also Faisal. Yeah. And also I'd like to thank UiTM, Food Sciences and Technology Association, and MBS for organizing this seminar. As you know, the topic today is plant-based lifestyle, step-by-step challenges. Before I begin, let me define what vegetarian, vegan, and plant-based lifestyle is all about. Because most of you, I think, know, but then it is for those few who are still not very clear on this. Vegetarian is basically a person who takes a vegetarian diet, that means vegetables and whatnot, and they include dairy milk, and sometimes some of the people add egg, but they don't take any meat at all, including fish, prawns, etc. And vegan is basically those who exclude dairy products and eggs, definitely, and they are only on plant-based. That means only plants. Yeah, that means vegetables and fruits and nuts and seeds and lentils and pulses. So those are things that they eat, and also they eat a little bit of processed vegetarian food like mock meat. That means textured vegetarian meat. Yeah. Or other products which are processed, yeah, like burgers, yeah, vegetarian burgers, yeah, vegan burgers. So those are people who are vegans, yeah. And plant-based lifestyle is basically they are on only plant food, and they don't mix any of those processed food at all, or canned food, canned drinks. So all these they exclude from their diet. So they are only on plant-based, yeah? And what is plant-based? Plant-based is basically all the fruits and vegetables in the country, and also the pulses, all the kacang, nuts, seeds. So all this comes into, and cereals. So all this come into as plant-based. Anything that is grown from the plants, yeah? So now in our country, this is just an introduction on these various categories. But in our country, we'll say why the fuss about plant-based lifestyle and diet when Malaysia is a food paradise. Yeah. Let us look at this first slide that I have. I think I have about 3 slides. Faisal, are you sharing that slides? Yeah. This is typically what we see in Malaysia. The food courts are busy, yeah? And the next one is what we normally eat. Yeah, the next slide. this is what we normally eat, and we don't see any veg around. Basically meat and meat and meat, yeah. And if you see any of the fast food places, they are crowded. They all want fast food. KFC, name it, McDonald's, everything, yeah. And there's a long queue for this, yeah. So what they say, we are eating this and we are still healthy, yeah. Okay. That's on the slides, yeah. The 3 slides I just wanted to share with you. And we all have been consuming the standard meat-based diet, fast food, junk food, snacks, and the diseases are still on the rise. So sometimes when we ask somebody, they say, I'm happy, healthy with what I'm eating. So why I want to change? Yeah. But we are not aware of the changes that are happening within our system slowly but surely. Yeah. Malaysia has one of the best healthcare in this region. We have the best and latest medicines available, hospital facilities, technologies, but the incidence of diseases seem to be on the rise. Yeah. And to understand this, let us look at the hard facts of the health status of Malaysians taken from the Ministry of Health websites. Yeah. These are the slides that I would like to share with you so that you'll know what is the health status in Malaysia. Yeah. Let us look at the first slide. Yeah. This is what the prevalence of non-communicable diseases. Non-communicable diseases meaning cholesterol, hypertension, diabetes, renal diseases, cancers. So all these fall under the non-communicable diseases. You find that high cholesterol is about 47.7%. These figures that you see are those figures which are detected and being treated. But there are some who are still outside. We do not know whether they have it or not because they've not come to test because they think they're healthy. Yeah. So the percentage may be even higher. Yeah. And hypertension is about 30.3%. And diabetes 17.5%. Chronic diseases and cancers are also still on the rise. All these are probably due to our food lifestyle. Yeah, we'll see the next one. Yeah, next slide is. This is what our overweight population is all about. Yeah, we are number 1 among the Asian countries here. Yeah, 44.2%. Yeah. And, I'm just bold how we are the largest among the bigger nations. Yeah. This only on health. Yeah. So we are worried. Let us look at the comparative study of males and females in their overweight and obesity. Yeah. The next slide will show you the comparison. Yeah. The red color, the reddish color is females, and the orange color is males. Yeah. And still we find that we overtake all others from our Southeast Asian countries. Yeah. This is alarming. Yeah. The reason is because of food and nothing else. Food, lifestyle. Yeah. We have food throughout. That means you are looking at 24 hours, food is all. Fortunately, COVID has given us a green light. So the restaurants are closed after 12 or 11. And now we find that it may be a little bit less. But even then, people are sitting in the house and eating again. So they don't know what to do. So this is another problem that we have. Yeah. This is again Malaysia, Thailand, Singapore, and all that. Okay. Next is okay. This is Malaysian statistics, not other countries, where we consume 36% soda sugar consumption. Yeah. In 2012, we had only about 7 teaspoons per person. Now in 2017 is already 10 spoons, 10 teaspoons. You can see 1 in 3 are fat. Yeah. And heavy meals and suppers. 70% of Malaysians, adolescents consume heavy meals after supper. That means in the night, midnight, after 10 o'clock. So this is again alarming. Yeah. This is where we find that we need more control on the timings of food. Yeah. And skipping breakfast, I think everybody skips because they want to eat more during their hurry, because they sleep late, because they're sleeping late. So wake up very early in the morning, and then they don't know what to eat, and then they rush off for work. So this is why the obesity is rising. Yeah. So it's basically a lifestyle disease. Yeah. Okay. So are we missing something here? Yeah. See, deaths again. What we saw was morbidity, yeah, earlier. Now is deaths, the risk factors of deaths. You can see BP has been that means cardiovascular disease has been the highest compared to other diseases like diabetes, cholesterol. But all these are related diseases for our heart disease, yeah, and high BMI. So all these are alarming. So what can we do? Are we missing something in our diet? Probably yes. We are missing on one is diet. The next slide is again, see, number one killer is CVD, cardiovascular disease is number one, yeah, and cancers are number two now. Earlier it was diabetes, now it's cancers. Diabetes has come down because of awareness. Yeah, there are a lot of awareness by the Ministry of Health and also NGOs. We are pushing for all this, and diabetes has come down. But cardiovascular disease, which are related to all these three things, like diabetes, cholesterol, and high blood pressure. So that is the number one killer. Why should we be in this position? Yeah. So what can we do? The only thing that we can do is not medication, but reduce your medication and look at our diet. Yeah. Next slide. Next. I think that's yeah. So now we are comparing. Yeah, we are comparing the heart disease rates between major lifestyles. This is very important because those omnivore is just basically those who eat both meat and vegetables. Yeah, and you find that it is about 50% compared to vegetarians who are around 15%, and vegans are only 4%. We have not done any studies on the plant-based yet, but I feel the red thing that you see on the vegan may disappear when you have plant-based. Yeah, and we live longer and healthier. Yeah. Okay, that's on the slides. Yeah. Now let's look at this. Yes, certainly we have not given enough attention to the rightful to the right and mindful nutrition. And what is the answer? We need to try changing from our traditional meat lifestyle to plant-based diet and lifestyle. What matters more is how to truly live your life and make informed food choices. The plant-based diet means eating mindfully to provide nourishment to our body and mind. Therefore, plant-based is not another diet, but it is simply a lifestyle.